Podcasting is networking. Café and Networking Podcast promotes entrepreneurs, startups, authors, business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people and speaking from my studio in Vinhedo, São Paulo, Brazil. Today we talk with Bridget Daley. She's joining us from London, England. Bridget Daley is the founder of Parents in Biz. She is editor of the Parents in Business magazine, equipping parent business owners with everything they need to manage the family and business tightrope. Bridget is a mother of 5 children, has been in business for over 10 years. So Bridget, using your personal and business background to demonstrate how parent business owners can build a business and raise a family, how do you do that and keep smiling?
How do I do that and keep smiling? Great question. I've been in business over 10 years. So my children have gone through various child development ages throughout that time. So Parents in Biz is my 3rd business baby. My 3rd business baby. So I've gained a lot of experience and I've been through different challenging times with my children. Right. So my children, I've got 4 adult children who are over the age of 18, and then I've got my youngest who's 12. So you can see, like, just from that, how much experience I do have and what kind of challenges I have.
Lots of challenges, right?
Yeah, lots of challenges. So how do I do it and keep smiling? I'm a very organized person. So that's one of the things, because I've been a solo parent in the past as well. So I've had to equip myself with being organized, especially when I had my 3 younger children, when I was a single parent. So I'm a smiley person anyway, and I prefer to look at the positive aspects of life. If something negative does happen, whether it's within the family home or with the children, I try and spin it in a positive aspect. Okay, how can this be a positive? How can we work on this? And that's the same way how I am in business as well. And that's one of the reasons why I actually came up with the Parents in Business magazine, which is just over 3 years old now. It was
starting. Yeah. Well, it's walking and starting to run.
Yeah. So there was basically no other magazine out there that was for parents who were running a business. There was a few mompreneurs ones, but that was years ago. And I wanted something that appealed to both dads and mothers as well. And that's the same. It ties in perfectly with the Parents in Biz platform because it's for mums and dads also. And the magazine is all about supporting and promoting parent business owners. So the whole concept of the magazine is collaboration. So you have parent business owners who contribute articles, who are interviewed. It started off with me self-financing it for the first year, and then it's just grown now into its own thing.
It's up and running, like I said.
Yes. So it's up and running now. Also got a podcast as well, which is a collaborative podcast. So with the podcast, it's an opportunity for parents who are not out there on audio form or don't have a podcast. Even if they've got a podcast, they can still contribute and get their expertise, share their expertise with the audience as well. Because it's just nice to hear from parents, people who are in a similar situation to you, how they manage things. Like, how did you manage a divorce, or how did you manage your separation? So there's various different topics. There's money topics, well-being, so many different topics, all to support parents who are running businesses. That's the whole concept of it.
Yeah, and it's a challenge. To run a business is a challenge. To have kids and to be a parent is a challenge. To have a family, have both of those together, it's times 4. And many times we see, and I'm sure it's the same in England, many parents are also partners in business. And you mentioned either separation or divorce or coming together. Those two are also challenges in themselves, not only for the family, but for the business.
Yeah. Because with my second business, I actually ran that with my partner. So yes, we had challenging times, so yeah, running a business, even as a single person, is a challenge. It's a roller coaster. And as I always say to parents this isn't a sprint. This is a marathon. Running a business is a marathon.
It is.
And if you think you can just sprint out of the starting blocks and say, yes, I'm on 7 figures and it took me 2 months. Yes, for some, it does happen, but not for all.
Right.
So have a realistic perspective of things and know that there's going to be times where you're working and the phone rings and it's the school and this one's sick and, and you've got a client call and, how am I going to navigate this, and you have to cancel and things like that. So, it's about being realistic and knowing that it is definitely a marathon.
Realistic, but back to what you said at the beginning, you need to be organized. If your head isn't right, and that could be, your environment needs to be organized. But if your head's not straight, and you can't keep separating things and working. I think that's one of the advantages I see that women have, obviously. It's to your nature. You're able to do like 25 different things at the same time. And generally speaking, you can think about them all at the same time and adjust priorities. Men not necessarily are good at that. So I do see the challenges that you're showing, but I also see the help and support that you're offering.
Yeah, and it is a challenge, and that's the whole, when I came up with it, with Parents in Biz, it was because I couldn't find that support for me when I was running for my first business. And that was what prompted me to set something up, was something that was from the male perspective and the female perspective and bring it together. And I am highly organized, and I understand that not everybody is organized.
No, I'm not, so I have to share that I'm not, but I understand the problems that come from that. Yeah. Highly organized and having a support network is something I always try to get across all the time when you're running a business as a parent, because a support network will save you so many times, whether it's help with something at home, whether it's help with something with schooling or anything, in business, having a support network is so valuable. Well, I agree with you, because starting what I'm doing in podcasting, I created that support network of persons who sort of understood me and would help me think with myself, because many times we have our ideas, and if we don't have someone to sound those ideas with, we can either confuse ourselves or take the wrong direction at startup. And as you said, we're trying to sprint and we're never going to get there.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true.
Yeah. So the magazine is also it's an online version, so it's an online support system, right?
Yep. So the magazine's available digitally online. It's available on various platforms. It's available on the website, and it's also available in print as well. So I've got readers in the United States. I've got readers all over the place, to be quite honest. When I look at the analytics, I'm always like, oh my gosh, wow, the magazine's being read there. I'm always amazed by the different locations the magazine's being read in.
Well, really, we shouldn't be, because the world is around. Because of communication, people have access. And the pandemic, I think that was the plus side. People found technology in a different way, reached out, and the world definitely has become a smaller, more connected place.
Very true. Very, very true. Yeah, that's
very
good. So true.
Well, Bridget, we're coming to the end of our time. I want to thank you for sharing. Good luck and keep running.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me on. And if anybody wants to check out the Parents in Biz platform, they can head over to www.parentsinbiz.co.uk
and find you. Very good.
And
it's Bridget Daley. You'll find her also on LinkedIn. Bridget is Bridget, and the last name Daley is Daley. Daley. And again, it's parentsinbiz.co.uk. You'll find the edition of Parents in Business magazine. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information on their website, www.focusmi.com. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.